baseball games and sprinkle in a little NBA action, of course, because playoffs are starting, and hopefully give you some winners. If not, hopefully some good information to base your bets on. As you can probably hear, I am a little sick, a little under the weather, so I do apologize for my nasally sounding voice. Sean Higgs is moving. The no drama llama is not around, so we are a little banged up, but we're always here to grind it out and hopefully give some winners. Sean, I'll ask Craig first.
We
Oh, there's the
we
llama.
got llamas.
All right, definitely going to give out some winners now. Sean, how are we doing over there?
Oh my goodness! I got guys here now delivering stuff. It's crazy. It's you move. It's stressful. It's
Right,
it
for
is.
sure.
But I'm having fun. It's exciting. Moving to a new place, exciting.
Yeah, and we bring you on here for your insights. So we'll roll with it. We roll with the punches. We're here all the time, no matter what. Craig, how are we doing down there?
Well, it's been the story of some bad beats. Sunday I had that Otani. I was on the Red Sox. That was a rough one. Two out, two strikes, and up one in the top of the ninth and lose. But when you're baseball this time of year, you go 5 months, so you're going to have a lot of bad beats. You have to be able to turn the page and get back to it. And I think we've got some nice winners here for everybody for today.
Yeah, I've said this many a time. Baseball is not a small sample size sport. So even if you have a stretch where you're not winning some of your bets, you've got to be able to tough it out and trust your strategies, because it's a long season and eventually those will correct themselves over the long term. And speaking of that mindset, we've got Luis Castillo on the mound for the Reds today. And he has not been good for the Redlegs. Winless in 7 of his 8 starts this season. They're facing the Giants today. DeSclafani returning back to Cincinnati. He's with the Giants now, 3-1 this season with a 2.14 ERA. Craig, who do you like, or what's the play in this one?
Well, what do they say that you eventually you hit or you pitch back to the back of your baseball card eventually?
Right.
Well, it hasn't been the case yet for either one of these pitchers. Dale Scalfani was nowhere near the numbers in his past that he's put up, and then Castillo, I thought he was going to be ace-like numbers this year. Like you said, one of the worst ERAs in baseball, 7+ ERA. It's not like it's just 1 or 2 starts. I mean, I think he's about 8 starts in and 9 starts in now. So I'm going to continue to fade this Castillo until things change, though, because the Reds' offense is it's feast or famine. You know what I mean? They're either going to score 8 runs or 0. It's just that's the type team they are, and I just think you got to ride the hotter pitcher at this point. I wouldn't be shocked if Castillo turns it around, but so far, I mean, it's just not been good. So I'm going to fade the Reds here. I'm going to take the underdog Giants at +105.
Right. I think that line is a little bit telling that the Reds are favored despite Castillo being downright terrible this season. They're -120 at home. They do have an offense that can score runs at times. The over-under is 8. Sean Higgs, any leanings on this one?
Yeah, I'm on the Giants as well. I got my +112 last night. And as Craig said, you got one guy, we're waiting on him to be good. And I say this all the time. How we just can't wait and think something's you're due. You're due for a win. This is going to happen. That's going to happen. He hasn't pitched well. All right. Maybe after a start or two, you think, okay, he's going to have a good start. He'll go back to the means and how he's pitched over his career. It hasn't happened yet. And now I'm going to be laying money with him? Absolutely not. And as Craig mentioned, feast or famine with the Reds at home, usually a little better offensively. But on the same token, when your pitcher's giving up a ton of runs and the guy on the other side is pitching way above his head and showing no signs of letting up, he's still got a 1-something ERA. I'll take it. Give me the Giants. Who had the Giants in first place right now over San Diego and the Dodgers? So raise your hand at home if you had them. Okay, that's right. Yeah, nobody. That's right. Except unless you're the Giants ownership, you're the only one who had the Giants in first place here in mid-May. I'll take the dog here. Let's go Giants.
Yeah, I'm going back and forth on this one, looking at a total, just because at some point I think Luis Castillo is going to be back to form. And initially I thought the under, but I think DeSclafani is due for some regression as well, especially against this Reds offense that can, mash at times, especially at home, especially in that hitter-friendly ballpark. And plus, they do know DeSclafani well. They should have a nice little scouting report since he did pitch for them. So I think the over is worth a look at 8. It's pretty low. Definitely not my strongest play, though, so definitely tail with caution. Moving on to the next one on the schedule, we've got the A's and the Astros. This was a really exciting series in the postseason, and so far it's been the Astros. I think they lead this series 5-2, sweeping the A's in the first one of the season, and then the A's winning a couple in the next one. We've got the A's as minus 103 here. I know the Astros were road dogs here last night, but this line has moved all the way down to minus 103 for Oakland. They were minus 115. Over-under is 8. Craig, who do you like, or what's the play?
Hard to not bet on the Astros right now. They won 8 of their
Right.
last 10 games. I mean, they are just on fire right now. Manea, however you say that, was not good his last start either. So to me, I'm going to take the Houston Astros. Not going to overthink this game. I see anywhere from plus 105 to minus 105. Either way, I think there's a good value here on a really hot Houston team.
Yeah. Sean, who do you like? What's the play?
I'm on the Astros minus 108. As Craig said, they're red hot, 6 in a row. And let's be honest, they have pretty much owned the A's. The A's took care of them last year. Playoffs came. Astros did their thing, beat them out of the gate. A's went on a terrible run. Then all of a sudden they won like 13 in a row. And it started by beating these same Astros. But I'm thinking we see what we saw in the first series and what has been historically the Astros beating the A's. Javier hasn't pitched terrible. I'm looking at what a little 108's not bad. We've won 6 in a row. Let's go. And maybe a little overplay here. I see the overs hit 7 in the last 9. So maybe you want to look at the over here, maybe some runs, but give me the Astros to get it done here on the road.
Yeah, I would much rather have the Astros at an underdog price, but I think that the fact that the line has moved that direction is very telling. I'll be on the Astros here as well. In the first 5, the Astros have been really solid over the first 5 innings. In baseball, they are 8-1-1 over their last 10 with a profit of $405 if you're betting $100 a unit. And plus, I think Javier has a little bit of a higher upside than Manea does. Manea got knocked around in his first start against the Astros this season. And Christian Javier definitely has the strikeout advantage in this matchup. And plus, the Astros hit lefties really well. Top 6 in baseball when it comes to OPS against lefties. They're a top 3 overall offense against anyone. So when you're talking about getting after a bullpen as well, Astros will definitely be right there. And especially, I even like them better on the road. I think they were better on the road in that postseason matchup with the A's. I'll take the Astros here. Moving on to the Indians and the Angels. We've got the Angels favored in this one. At least they were last night.